So I think I have found the mintiest fragrance ever, in a fragrance called Beach Hut Man from Amouage. Beach Hut Man? I don't know what it relates to mint being featured in this fragrance, but this is the mintiest fragrance I've ever put my nose on. Today in the Saffron review video, I'm going to review Beach Hut Man for you. And if you are a subscriber of this channel from the USA, you will get a chance to win a full bottle of Beach Hut Man. So if you're curious to learn about Beach Hut Man, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today we're talking about Beach Hut Man from Amouage. For me, this is a fragrance that came after Bracken Man, and they're kind of sort of related, and I'll tell you all about that. But if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. Yeah, this is Beach Hut Man. Again, I don't know what the name has anything to do with the fragrance itself, because to me it doesn't make sense. And I did a little research online to find out, but I wasn't able to figure it out. But is it a great fragrance? I'm going to tell you all about it. So I specifically requested this bottle to be sent to me for this specific review because I love mint. I grew up with it. I ate it. I still eat it. I just love the way it smells. And I'm always looking for the next best mint fragrance. Have I found it? Well, first of all, I want to tell you, I don't like mint fragrances that smell like toothpaste. This is not that, by the way. Absolutely not. So this is Beach Hut Man, came out in 2017. The perfumer is Elise Benat. The suggested retail price is 100 ml for $3.40. The concentration is Eau De Parfum. I would call this an woody aromatic or aromatic spicy fragrance. And I can go to the extent of saying it smells like shaving cream, or it's like a barbershop-y style fragrance. So notes here at the top, you've got mint, orange blossom, and galbanum. In the heart, you have vetiver, moss, and ivy. In the base notes, you've got patchouli, myrrh, dry woods. Initially, when I heard about this fragrance, when I saw Beach Hut Man, I thought, you know what, those are the type of fragrances I'm not so into, so I kind of avoided it. But later on, it came up as being the minty note of fragrance. And I got really excited about it because, as I said, I love mint in fragrances, but I have to make sure if I am smelling a minty fragrance, it doesn't smell like toothpaste, because that's when it really goes into a direction I don't want my mint to go in. Because I've consumed mint so much as an herb, as a green, I want it to smell authentic. So this starts off with a very, very minty blast at the top, extremely minty. So it's slightly bitter and it's very, very minty and green and herbal. Very, very aromatic start, like intensely aromatic. There's some light floral touches from the orange blossoms, so it gives it a slight citrusy touch. And then throw in some slight resinous galbanum note in there, so it makes the bitterness intensified there. So you've got to like green and bitter fragrances, and of course you've got to like mint to appreciate this one, because the mint will dominate and overwhelm you. So if you don't like that kind of a smell, this might not be for you. But if you love that whole minty garden fresh smell, this is going to satisfy, absolutely satisfy. The heart notes, there's vetiver. Now vetiver is associated with green and woody, earthy kind of fragrances, so I feel like it matches this particular fragrance perfectly. It's a nice complement or contrast with mint at the top. There's some moss and ivy is a great note that I don't see come up much in fragrances. There's a few out there here and there, and I like this note. I love the way ivy smells when it's warm outside. You can kind of, like when you're sitting next to that ivy, and then you can smell this like greenish, kind of slightly ozonic, earthy smell, woody as well. I like that about ivy. So here it's fairly prominent, and I feel like the ivy and vetiver and mint are pretty much running the show. So you gotta like this kind of a style of perfumery where it's, as I said, ultra green, ultra woody, ultra earthy, and very, very aromatic and pungent. Finally, the fragrance settles to slightly resinous, woody patchouli. The mint still going strong, but much less potent at this time. Whereas I think the highlighted notes are the myrrh with the woody touches at the base. As a fragrance itself, it smells great. It just doesn't relate to the name of the fragrance. But does that really matter? I feel like it could be marketing or anything like that. But still, as a fragrance, what they've given us is an intense version of this very, very aromatic, green, minty experience. Okay, a couple of things. I did bring up the whole shaving cream idea, Barbershop. It does go into a slight barbershop-y direction, and I feel like it's very foamy. There's a foaminess in this fragrance that smells kind of soapy barbershop, like from coming out of a shaving cream where you're just about to put the shaving cream on your face. So there is these light barbershop-y elements running throughout it, so I can send this fragrance into that whole fougere direction, or barbershop direction, because it does have those kind of touches. And yes, this came out after Bracken Man, and whereas Bracken Man really is a full-on fougere, here for me it's more about the barbershop soap rather than the actual fougere experience, if that makes sense to you guys. The other thing I want to say is I've grown up with my dad, who was a gardener. He planted all kinds of herbs, and one of his favorites was mint. And I kind of visualize with this fragrance, when you're out mowing your lawn and you're right next to like all the growth that you have cut down, and you've thrown it on the ground, and somehow your lawnmower kind of went over all this. When you get that smell of when it's running through and being chopped and cut into pieces, this is what that reminds me of, like the smell that you would get when all this growth of weeds and ivy and herbs and things like that, everything that's kind of been pulled apart, and you've accidentally run your lawnmower over it. Just imagine that smell, because it's ultra green, it's bitter, it's herbal, and earthy, woody, just coming and hitting your face. So that's what I get with this fragrance. I actually really enjoy it, and I was kind of scared because minty fragrances, as I said, if it goes into the whole toothpaste direction or mouthwash direction, it's kind of a turnoff, because I don't want to smell that unless it's going in my mouth to cleanse my teeth and clean my mouth and things like that. So here it's really, really authentically green, as in herb, the actual real minty herb. So I like that about this one. But I have to warn people, it might be a little too much mint to some people. Again, I was really cautious with this one, and it did satisfy because it's not going to that direction, as I said. But some people might think it's because it's so overwhelmingly minty, it might actually act like that. Either way though, I hope you guys get a chance to check out Beach Hut Man if you haven't yet. It's been out since 2017, and as I said, we do have a USA bottle giveaway thanks to the distributor of Amouage in the USA. Please click the link in the info box and head over to Saffron to find out how you can participate to win a bottle of Beach Hut Man, and then come back here and let me know your thoughts on this fragrance. Have you tried it? Do you like this fragrance, or maybe you don't like it at all? And let me know what you think of the whole green, grassy, minty, kind of aromatic, earthy, woody idea that I've been speaking about in this review. I'd like to find out what you think about this fragrance. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching my review for Beach Hut Man today. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.